Coach,
Hey, good morning, everybody.
we are at, and I'll have to tell you guys this a few times because we'll have people logging on. We did a job yesterday in Sierra Vista, and we had 18,000 people with us.
Oh, wow.
It was awesome. It was,
Wow.
and it's
That's
really
cool.
good that because we educate people about these killer bees, because that's
Yeah.
all there is in the state of Arizona,
Yeah.
and they're in all the lower 48 states now.
Oh, really?
It's a horrible
Well,
thing. So we're
that's
here.
not good news.
No, it's not. No, well, for
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah. Right.
Like I tell everybody,
Yeah.
in my bee suit, I'm Superman. Without it, I'm a little girl. I ain't going near them damn things.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're here in Naco, Arizona, right on the border. We got Mike here. Mike's first day on the job, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. I filled out paperwork last week, but today
You got the go-ahead.
hitting the ground running
You
and
got your
getting stuff
decoder
done.
ring.
Yeah, I got my decoder ring. And,
Right on.
And yeah,
The
keys-
tights and the
keys
cape
to
are
the city.
coming.
Yeah. All right.
After today.
I don't know about the tights, but yeah.
Well, I wear them because they bind. Just a little.
Yeah.
Well, we're here doing killer bees, as everybody knows. Westward is with us. She's getting the bee suits all lined up because Mike is going to get in the bee suit.
Yeah.
Mike, have you ever been in one?
I have.
Okay.
It's another story.
But yeah, right.
Yeah.
You were with the nice bees.
Yeah.
So this is Mike's first day on the job, and one he'll never forget.
Yeah.
Because who else has a claim to fame that, my first day of the job, I got to deal with killer bees, and then everything else looks like gravy.
Yeah, that's right.
It really does. Everything will
Yeah.
look like gravy. So, of course, now we have to make sure Ding Dong doesn't stop for long anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we always have people. Always, people are curious about when
yeah.
we stop, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. We educate
Yeah.
the living shit out of everyone, and hopefully chase them off before the bees do. Oh, it's
Yeah.
old. What's his name?
From the
what?
jeweler.
Huh?
The jeweler.
Is it the jeweler?
The guy from.
That's his
what's that?
nickname on the other side of the dog. It's a
No,
jeweler.
he's got a shop across from yours,
He's
or
the
down
jeweler.
a little bit. You
He's
know,
a jeweler.
on the corner there.
Huh? He is.
Well,
I
Definitely.
think so. That's what it looked like.
Owen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
so.
okay.
Isn't
I
that
don't
him?
know. I've
I
only
don't
been
know.
here 40
Yeah.
years. I have no idea
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on. Well, we have killer bees here in Camp Newell. Camp Newell is such an incredibly historic place. It is an absolute treasure.
Yeah.
Absolute treasure. I have been watching it fall into the dirt for decades. Literally.
Yeah.
Because I've been here over 40 years.
Yeah.
And thank goodness the city got funding, etc.,
Yes.
to preserve it, basically.
Yeah, to rehab it for community use and for educational and research purposes. We're in the process now of updating the master plan for the site.
Oh, awesome.
But the idea is what you have right here. This building was the hospital
Yep.
for the outpost, and then there were barracks and a mess hall behind it.
Now, for everyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, this was the original Buffalo Soldier
Yes.
camp.
Yes.
The
It was-
original Buffalo Soldier.
It was built in 19, I believe it was 1919. We do have some information here, and don't
Yeah.
quote me on all this because I'm not the
It
historic
was early
expert.
1900s, I
Early
remember.
1900s. It
Yeah.
was during the Mexican Revolution, which was just
Right there.
over there. And so,
Didn't somebody... This is the only time that the U.S. was bombed on its own soil was during the Mexican Revolution, right down
in
the
Naco.
street here.
Yeah, in Naco. I believe that. I've
Yes,
heard
it
that,
was.
yes.
Somebody flew across in a
Yeah.
small plane
Uh-huh.
in like 1920 or something,
Yeah.
with a homemade bomb of some sort,
Uh-huh.
and flew over, dropped it, and went back over.
Yeah.
And the U.S. was bombed during that time.
Yeah.
The only time.
Yeah. So,
Boy, we got some claims to fame down here, huh?
So to keep the peace back then, originally the Buffalo Soldiers, which were the African American Army, cavalry, and infantry units,
Right.
were stationed here. Originally, this was a tent camp, and then they built the
tent camp, right?
the permanent structures.
Right.
The
The officers' quarters were across the street
across
over
the
there.
street.
There were 5 buildings, I believe, at one time.
Yeah, there were 4. There's 2 more over there.
Two over there.
There may have been other ones, but these are the 4
Long
standing.
gone. Yeah.
Those 2 were damaged by fire several years ago.
This one over here, I've been in before because there were bees under the floor. I have removed killer beehives from Camp Newell over the years, just when they became an issue, a liability issue, like usual, you know. And so, of course, that's why we're here, everybody. I mean, we have killer bees. We actually have them in a log over here, which we're going to get to in a minute. But I just find this so incredibly fascinating, and to save such a treasure as Fort Newell. And of course, you must be getting brushed up heavily on the history.
Yeah, I did a little research to be prepared for the interview to get the job.
Yeah.
I'm very excited
I
about
thought it was just for
but-
today.
What's that?
Theater. I thought you brushed up just.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I did. Yeah. But
No, anyway.
yeah, I live here in Bisbee. I had retired from state and local government, and my career was doing project management for transportation projects. So
Oh,
I was
wow.
very excited about this. I really have a passion for restoring old buildings and history, and
You're in
so
heaven.
this was kind of like just a dream job. I was like, oh yeah, I'll come out of retirement to do this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
More like a vacation.
Yeah, I know. It's like what I say, if you do what you love, you're not working a day in your life. So
Here you go. I've been doing it 30 years. Haven't worked a day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah. Back to the history. It was again. It's got kind of two names to the location here: Camp Naco or Camp Newell. It's called Camp Newell, or referred to as Camp Newell, because it was the Newell family that owned the property. They had leased it to the U.S. government while this was used as an army outpost for the Buffalo Soldiers.
Right.
After it was decommissioned from the army, the Newell family took it back over. They leased it to the government again during the Depression in the 1930s, and the Civilian Conservation Corps
CCC.
people were stationed here, did a lot of public works projects. In
All
the
the
area.
dams you see in Bisbee and all the washes.
Yeah, were done by the
Were
WPA,
done by-
Works
by
Project
the
Administration.
WPA. Yep.
Anyway, then after CCC was here in the 30s, the Newell family they moved back. They lived on the site. Actually, they lived in that building there.
The old hospital.
And then the other
Wow.
houses, the smaller houses over here and across the street, they would rent those out locally. Unfortunately,
Is this
several.
in the 40s and 50s or something?
Yeah, all the way into I think the 1990s.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that.
80s or 90s. They still lived here and still rented those houses. Unfortunately, several years ago, there was an arson fire that destroyed 5 of the 6
Yeah, I remember.
houses over there.
Yeah.
There was another arson fire that destroyed one of them here, and then another one was an accidental. Someone threw a cigarette out.
Yep.
In Arizona,
Idiots.
it's very. You got to be really
When we're
careful
doing
around here.
bee
Yeah.
removal, and people are commenting about half of them are flamethrower. Why don't you burn it down? It's like, well, because we want to burn the whole
Burn
damn
down half the county, right?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, then there was an organization that bought it in the 90s. They wanted to turn it into a youth camp.
Yep.
That
Remember
didn't
that.
work out. It was then sold to the city, or to Huachuca City.
Yeah.
They
George
wanted
Nearhand.
they wanted to
I
preserve it.
I remember when
they-
George was involved.
Yeah,
with
they
it.
were able
Yep.
to do some work to protect the site. They
Right.
put up the fence and did some other work here. And
They
then
had some
just-
bees removed.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure. I'm sure this won't be the last time you're here.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, you know what? I tell everybody now after 30 years of doing bees here in the county that there are 3 types of people in the county now. There are people who have called me,
Yeah.
people who will, people who call again.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, the good news is that over the last year, the city of Bisbee obtained 2 large grants to fund the rehabilitation of the buildings and the site. And the idea is one building will be a community center. This building here, the current plan is to have that as a museum for the Buffalo Soldier history.
That's the old hospital.
The old hospital,
Yep.
and as well as office space for the Naco Heritage Alliance, which will be the nonprofit that will operate the site,
Oh yeah.
and then rehab the other buildings for use for educational and for artist space.
It's just
And,
amazing. It's just
and
awesome.
Community space.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
a miracle.
Yeah, it's really great to preserve this.
It's
This-
just a miracle.
Of all the army posts that were stationed along the border during the Mexican Revolution, this is the only one that's still standing, and
Oh, I
it's
didn't
the
know that.
only one that the buildings were built from adobe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
These are all Adobe buildings.
Adobe
everyone.
buildings, which
All of these.
yeah,
That's why
And-
they're still standing.
they're still and
That's the only
we are.
reason, yeah.
There is some damage to some of the buildings
Oh,
that
yeah. Oh,
will
yeah.
be in the process. Part of the restoration will be to repair the damage. There are some buildings that did collapse, and those will be preserved as ruins, so people can kind of see the history and how the adobe structure.
I think it's just amazing. It's just, and of course, people will come from all over the world
Oh yeah.
to see this. I mean, people already come to Cochise County. Cochise County, I always say it's the best kept secret in the world. But on the other hand, if you're a birder, it's not the best kept secret.
Yeah.
If you like history, it's not the best kept secret. It depends on your niche.
Yeah.
But overall, you know, I mean, we got the best climate year round in the world.
Yeah.
We got, you know, and the best looking guys. I mean,
that's what we should be doing.
But it's what we should be. It's on the list. It's down a ways, unfortunately.
Down a ways, right? Right.
Anyway, well, everyone, we're actually going to go. Hosh is getting the bee suits all lined up here. We're going to walk over and take a look at this tree. We have Westward on the camera. Say hi, Westward. Good morning.
Hi, everyone.
Yay. So, if anybody has any questions or comments for us, of course, Westward will say, "Hey, we got a good one over here." So, but let's go walk over here and look at these bees and chase off the guy on the bicycle.
We're in Naco, Arizona, everybody.
Right on the border. Literally on the... Now, Mike, I don't think I told you, but there's a technical term for a beehive when they're this close to the border. They're bee legals. Okay, so let's go look over here.
He has the best bee jokes.
Yeah.
A lot of windshield time on it, and I need some new material if anybody can help.
They're like dad joke puns.
Yeah, dad joke. Bad.
Do you remember the one I told you the other day, Reed?
Oh, God. One.
What do you call a super white bee?
Oh, God, what was it? I can't remember.
An albino.
Oh, yes.
And you know, talking about windshield time, Reed,
Yes.
what's the last thing that goes through a bee's mind when he hits your windshield?
What?
His butt.
Asshole. Oh, my God.
I like that.
Oh,
That's
God.
funny.
Well, Mike, you know what kind of a bee gives milk?
High EMT for life.
You know what kind of a bee gives milk? Yeah, a booby.
As a city
we're gonna
employee,
get along
I can't
fine
say-
here. We're gonna get along. We're gonna
Yeah.
get along.
You heard it in your head, though, right? You
did.
knew it.
Yeah.
We'll be here all week. Try the veal.
Anyone else have any bee puns? Throw them out
Oh,
there.
please. We need all the help we can get.
Let's do it.
So I'm kind of doing a survey from back here. I think I already see them. Yep.
Yes, there
Yep.
they are.
I don't want to
Now,
aggravate them, but if you want,
they're
I might
right.
suit on.
Okay, about halfway up the trunk.
Yep.
You see them?
Right where that knot is.
Right where that knot is. That whole thing is hollow.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was telling you on the phone, Mike, more entrances,
Go a little
more
closer.
doors.
Hi, Ramona.
You see him? You see him? Well, we're not going to get any closer until we get a bee suit on. We're going to run caution tape out around from the fence, out around that pole, just so that
People
ding-dongs on bicycles.
Yeah.
I only see a few at the bottom. I'm not sure where you're pointing at.
Oh, hell, we don't even need nets. No, I'm just kidding.
Where are you seeing them come out, Reed?
Westward is fuck you. Okay, halfway up, literally halfway in the middle of that trunk,
Okay.
down at the bottom, toward the bottom. If you stare at that, there's a big hole off to the left.
Oh,
That dark
alright.
hole off to the right, toward the bottom. You see them all hovering around there?
Yes.
That's active as hell. You see them, Hosh?
Yeah, I do.
You guys see that on camera? We're a little far. We're gonna get up
Yeah,
to
we're
it in a
little far.
minute.
We're not getting any closer until Mike and I get on some serious. You got to disconnect?
So, what do you call a bee in a hollow tree?
Oh, God.
You gotta tell us the answer, EMT.
Yeah, could I be in a hollow tree?
I gotta wait for the answer.
Yeah. Dead? If I'm there? Dead. Oh, that was funny. Anyway. All right, Hosh.
I don't know. I'm waiting for the answer.
Back to making Hosh safe here. Waiting for the
can't wait.
answer. Stay tuned next week for the answer, too.
Be in a hollow tree.
We were having fun with bad bee puns, Hosh, which of course you know.
Bee
You know
hollow?
we never do.
Bee hollow.
Yeah, bee hollow.
Sleep bee hollow.
I like that.
I'm trying here. I'm trying.
What do bees chew?
What do bees chew?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Bumblebee gum.
Well, what the hell?
Bumblebee gum?
I gotta wait for the answer again. I don't know.
All right, you are
Tell us the answer.
on there.
Is it
Hold
bumblebee
on.
gum?
Hold on. You're
I
caught
hope
up
it
here.
is.
I wanna make
Oh,
sure.
bubble gum. Yeah.
Hold on.
Bumble gum?
Bumblebee gum.
That's cute.
Okay, looking good.
You guys provided
your
real quick.
Net
Thanks.
is getting a little. We're gonna have to employ.
Hi in
a new one here in a
Minnesota.
minute. Hey, in Minnesota, how's the weather up there? Okay,
It's
never
really
mind.
nice down
Yeah,
here.
you can
It's
say
less
fuck-
funny
you
when
can
you're in
say
a
fuck
bee
you.
suit,
We-
though, 'cause
this is
it's
better
sweaty
than,
in here.
This is YouTube. It's better than HBO. Because we're horribly irreverent. How do you feel in there, Hosh?
Safe,
Well locked.
secure.
Let's go make us safe.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
Here we go.
and
All right. Who's got some questions for us?
what's his name again? Can you tell me your name again?
Mike.
Mike. Okay, so Mike's gonna get in a bee suit with us, guys. How cool is that?
First day on the job.
Yeah.
as project manager here.
Never pass up an adventure.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I put a bee suit on the back of the truck with some gloves for you.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
Should I tape my ankles up since we're going on doing ground stuff?
No, you got that new suit. I think you're fine.
Okay.
Hose,
Yep.
we're gonna want to get off the caution tape.
Okay.
We're gonna want to tape the outside here because we had some guy on a bicycle rotating around. Now, of course, this always happens, everybody. We could be out in the middle of abject bumfuck, and there'll be someone come by and go, "What are you doing?" Happens every time.
Oh yeah.
What do you call a bee with messy hair?
Oh God, are we getting any answers or just
Yeah, we
as
are.
goofy?
A frisbee.
Oh, that's not bad. Actually, not bad. Not bad. Thank you for that's good.
Yeah, if you guys tell us the puns, tell us the answer right after so I can answer. I'll do my best. Things might get wild in a minute though.
Yeah.
No, it red unless we run out. But I think we have
So
a
fun.
somewhere here. There's a big yellow one right there. Okay, good. Because we're gonna want to go.
There you go. That fits you pretty good.
So we're getting out the, and so Hosh was like, should we do the yellow tape, the caution tape, or no, let's do the peligro tape,
Ooh.
which means danger, of course, in Spanish. So, you know, get the fuck away from here.
What do you call a bee and a stump?
A bee in a stump, we're kind of doing that, actually. What? Okay, bee stumps.
Stumped bee.
Stumpy? Stumpy?
Bee.
Okay,
I don't
come on. Come on, you guys.
I think it's funny because it's kind of not funny.
Kind of not. Oh, that was funny in and of itself. So we got to put up our cones just for the hell of it, and now we're gonna make sure
Oh, his
that
bottom's
this
there.
guy is taped up because we
Yep.
do not want anyone to get stung.
Yeah, on their first day.
At least in this crowd.
Yeah.
We do have a short list.
Oh yeah.
All right, you know what I have to do is this is
Take
that
it out.
suit.
So
So
I
I've got to manage this little fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's a good question, host.
Let's see what he says.
All right.
So how's it look over there? They're pretty active.
Yeah, I could barely see it, but I could see a little activity at the bottom.
We're going to tape you up.
We'll know when we get super
Guaranteed
close, you guys.
they've been there for a while.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the same principles, like the ground hives,
You know what, you guys?
tree hives. They tend to be nasty. I don't know. There's something real wild about that.
The neighbor rode by earlier when you guys were talking and said he's had so many bees at his house and he lives on the other side of this.
Oh, okay.
So he was hoping we take care of it and that's
Oh,
that's
good.
where they're coming from. But he's going to give us a call
Good.
if they're coming from somewhere else in the neighborhood.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I think that's the guy. He works at the jewelry store there.
Mm.
Yeah,
Across
I don't want to get stung.
Across the street on the corner, next to the hat shop.
Anyway. So, and I want to look back here.
Is this your first time in a bee suit?
No, I've been in one before.
Okay.
Not with these bees.
Yeah. Well, I actually.
Yeah, with killer bees?
Yeah.
With me?
No.
Oh.
No, it was a.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But you've done a bee suit before. That's cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
Yeah, this one's much better than the one I had.
So,
I didn't get
yeah, let's
stung,
go ahead
but
and
it
put that
worked,
up. We'll
but-
go,
Yeah.
what I want to do is wrap it from like the fence here out around the 15
The temperature here, you guys, is about 70 degrees, I'd
and
say.
over to the fence again. Got it. You see what I mean? So there's a big wide area so that people can duck under and go, what are you doing?
And for those just joining us, we're in Naco, Arizona.
Yes, indeed, on a killer bee removal.
Killer bee removal, bees in a log. All you need is log.
All you need is logs full of killer bees. All you need is logs.
You put these on
Yes.
under the gloves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So if you need bigger ones, we have bigger ones. We have all sorts of sizes. And of course, I'm getting in my bee suit. I've done this before.
I love when other people join us. I think it's rad.
Yeah.
Right on. We got a bunch of people on us with us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I mean, I also love when people join us on a bee removal. I mean.
Oh
it's, like,
yeah.
super
Well, because
rad.
we do, Q&As, and in the
Yeah.
winter we'll do fireside chats and shit like that. You've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's been watching our stuff for a
Yeah.
while, and so, so it's always fun, of course, to bring all you guys with us. Thank you for joining us. Make some popcorn.
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
have
a
so
big
many
one.
lovely followers.
Actually,
Thank you guys.
kettle corn, make it honey flavored popcorn.
Like, share, and subscribe also. That helps our channel.
And they do make great honey. These bees.
That was the whole reason
Yeah.
that they were brought over to begin with, was because they make, okay, technically the honey's the same, but they make up to twice as much, which being a businessman is great honey.
Yeah.
So they make up to twice as much honey, and they're super disease resistant. Now that was why they were brought over in the beginning. Now they're created. They are a Frankenbee. They were made on purpose. I know, it's weird, isn't it? And what they did was they wanted to make a super bee, which used to be a really cool car too.
Oh.
By the way, if you remember, Plymouth, I believe.
Oh. Yeah.
Anybody remember that, a super bee? Anyway,
Yeah.
I think it was a Plymouth,
Vaguely.
something like that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I'm dating myself here. It's just
Yeah.
the gray one. Fuck you.
And for those just joining also that ask us if we look for the queen or save the queen, we do not. We're killer bee exterminators. And there's so many of our videos you can go look up and get a lot more information on why that is. Right, Reed?
Yes.
If you want to just give a quick
granted,
recap on that.
Bisbee is very LGBTQ oriented and friendly, which is all fine and dandy. And so people always ask, did you find the queen? And I said, all I have to do is walk downtown. The point is, some people should not wear spandex.
Oh, golly.
Right, Mike?
Yes.
And chaps at the same time. Hey, in the privacy of your own home, I don't give a shit. But anyway.
Can't unsee that.
Yeah, it's not a memory, it's a scar. So
Killer bees are an invasive species.
This is looking
and
good. We'll look him
dangerous,
over
so we
again.
exterminate them.
I think we should tape his ankles up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get some duct tape for that. And we're going to put some Gorilla Tape up here for him. We're getting Mike seated up. Now Westward has the new, shiny, brand new suit. Do a little pirouette there.
I don't know. Oh, is that this a pirouette?
And I don't know what it is. Do something. There you go. Beautiful. Yay! Clap, 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 clap. Yay! So anyway, she got a brand new bee suit. So, and Hosh and I have brand new bee suits also, and we're going to be putting them on as soon as we get our patches from the Blue Water Cafe. Hope you guys are on watching us up there on the North Shore of Lake Superior. Did you know that, Mike? We got
Really?
friends up on the North Shore of Lake Superior, and they have a restaurant called the Blue Water Cafe.
Awesome.
And they're really neat folks. They came down here.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, and visited, and I took them on the Naco tour. You guys can see that on YouTube. And they bought us new bee suits, and we're getting patches for our arms say Blue
Wow,
Water Cafe.
cool.
They're it'll be
Yeah.
fun. We're going to be like NASCAR drivers.
Beautiful country.
Yeah, I'm from up in that neck of the woods, and it's really
really?
beautiful for about 2 weeks.
That's where I spent a lot of time as a kid. My dad's from up that way.
Really, on the North Shore?
Well, he's from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Oh, UP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Yoper then, by golly.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway.
Hey.
I still got the fucking accent. All right, you guys, getting all taped up. We're taping up Mike here, so he's safe. I mean, we're dealing with killer bees, and this is deadly stuff. So whatever we do, don't try this at home. Period. Okay, no DIY shit here, right? Because it's horrible. And they have chased this fire truck for 10 miles. Every week in Cochise County in the summer, they kill a dog, a horse, or a goat. Don't try this at home, okay, you guys? Call a professional. I'm handing this back to Westward. Yay!
Thank you, Reed.
All right, and I am back to you. And I'm all right, I am going to hydrate a little bit, everyone.
Hello in Lake Erie.
Who's on?
We have a viewer from Lake Erie.
Really? Awesome. Right on. You do have killer bees up there. Did you know, Mike, they've been found in Alberta?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Horrifying shit.
Yeah.
Horrifying shit. We're gonna get to that.
Okay, I'm
log
gonna
soon,
leave that
guys.
open for a second. Look at that beautiful caution tape that the host put up for us.
Well
We're
done.
getting ready for war, everyone. Literally now. Okay, and I want to tell everybody, and I do this before every removal. If anyone, and of course I'm talking primarily to Mike because first time doing something as hairy as this. There is no macho here. We ain't proving a damn thing to anybody. If you get stung, of course, tell me immediately and tell me where.
Okay.
If you tilt your head back to look at something, end of the nose is really a bad spot.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's like someone went bonk and hit you in the nose, and
Yeah.
tears form and crying and all that. I've done it too many times.
Oh yeah, so make sure the net doesn't touch your face.
Right.
Okay.
So leaning
Yeah,
back.
it is
And so, but
a little
yeah,
bit
but also he comes with that built-in kind of like me that chin guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've got the chin guard here.
Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't think Westward's going to be able to grow one, but anyway. So if you get stung, tell me where, and then also the fire truck. Get into it, or your truck.
Okay.
With the windows up, of course, because
Yeah.
And in the summer when it's 110 degrees, I spend a lot of time in the truck now that I have Hoshin Westward, because I've had heat exhaustion too many times. I don't think I've had heat stroke, or it might not be here, but heat exhaustion, it's evil.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And so air conditioning is my friend. We will have ice packs stuffed up our ass everywhere, right? And so feel free to get in the truck. Just walk away if need be to gather yourself, because it is all encompassing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like ridiculous. So, okay, I'm going to finish getting gloves on. We got to tape him up a little bit more.
Yeah, and I'll grab you, there's bottles of water.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I think I will hydrate.
have as much as you want.
And then
Great.
how do you?
They're hard to open.
just do
You
it
pour
right
it through
the
your net.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I do all the time. Yeah, here, I'll show you. We're demoing Killer Bee Suit in the Field hydrating.
Yes, just
awesome.
like that.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, see? Fearless. You got to drop on you. It's water. Anyway. There
Thank
you go.
you.
Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, we're going to get some Gorilla Tape for Mike's net. So anyway, welcome everyone. Those of you just joining us, I'm Reed Booth, Killer Bee Guy. We are in Naco, Arizona. We're in an incredibly historical place. And it is the old Buffalo Soldier camp right here in Naco, right on the border. And it's got two names, actually. What are they going to stick with, Camp Newell or Camp Naco?
Naco.
Naco, okay, Camp Naco. And, okay, head back.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Very soon, we'll see the action over there once we're all ready.
Yeah,
Couple more
yeah,
minutes.
the bees are, yeah. Shut up, you're sitting at home, be patient. Jesus
We're
Christ.
taking our time today, too, guys, because we're not in an area where there's like a neighbor, right? Like we have a little more grace
And also,
of time.
we have to make sure Mike is safe, and we wanted to give everybody some history on
Yeah.
what we're doing, because this is one of the most historical. It's right up there with Camp Bowie. It's right up there with any of the old military camps in the country.
Yeah, this place is a big deal.
Recently identified as one of the 11 most endangered historic sites in the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably.
So it's great that we're able to start work on preserving
In the
it,
country?
protecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the country.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did not know that. So we're on a super historical, anyway, site. Now, get this. Yes. Probably. See, we don't know what we're getting into, so Hosh is loading up the weaponry, getting the mags all full. And we're about ready to go see what the hell's going on here, guys.
Yeah.
So, and I'll explain everything along the way. It'll be worth the wait. But also, like I said, I wanted you guys to learn a little bit about the history and location. And at some point, when we don't have bees, we will come down, talk to Mike, and get the nickel tour.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because it's really awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of maybe a before, during, and after type of deal. Because this is really before.
Yeah.
Right now. This is at the beginning stages of the restoration.
Uh-huh.
And we're talking a place that has been abandoned for 70 years.
Decades. Oh, longer
50?
than that.
Longer
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah.
Longer than that.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I think the last time any of the buildings were occupied, I think in the 90s.
Wow. So, 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. 30,
Yeah.
40 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go a social situation. Do we have the flashlight, Hosh?
Yes.
Okay. So what I do use, you might have seen this on the videos, Mike, is, and I came up with this idea when there's honey to be had, because if there's honey to be had and I spray poison around,
Right.
I got to throw it away.
Okay.
So
That was the question I had.
but
Yeah.
I got to thinking, well, I don't care if the bees are dead or not. I just don't want them flying around.
Yeah.
So you just spray ether.
Oh, nice.
It's non-toxic. You can get it at ACE.
Uh-huh.
Don't try this at home, you guys. Anyway.
Yeah.
But it is extremely rare to get honey out of a log. Because if we have to cut into the log, you get sawdust all over it.
Uh-huh.
It is, and it's usually
Here we go, guys.
such a small confined area that you don't really get any honey that you can use. It's usually what we call a nuke and seal. So can everybody hear me okay out there? in Killer Bee Nation land? Everybody got reception and whatnot? Because we're about to get into it here. Watch your step. It looks like there might even be, who knows what the hell is laying around here. So, now, oh my God, look at this, you guys. Look at this little hole right here. Now, I'm going to show you something. Check this out, Mike.
Uh-huh.
You see how dark it is right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an old hive. And you see this up here? This is propolis. We're going to need a pry bar
See that,
and a
everyone?
hammer to pry pull some of this apart.
Yet another bee hole.
So I want to show you up here. Look up here, westward. See how that dark, it kind of looks like putty?
Propolis.
Yeah,
That's propolis. Now, propolis is one of the things that they bring back from the field. They bring back 4 things. People always think it's just 2, propolis
Here they come.
I mean pollen and nectar.
Uh-huh.
Well, they actually bring back 4 things. They bring back water, of course pollen and nectar to turn into honey, and tree sap
Oh.
from evergreens.
Do you want to get a closer look, Mike? I'll
Yeah.
get out of the way for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
take a look at that.
Uh-huh.
this is another doorway, and you can see how they didn't like they didn't like how big that door was. So they make it smaller with propolis.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna, I really like to get as much propolis as we can. Like I was saying before, we usually don't get a lot of honey out of tree stumps. What I'm also looking for is any other holes up and down the line here, because like right where you're leaning up against, are there any bees in there?
I don't see any.
Thank
You see any, guys?
Thank you very much.
But
You
it
see-
doesn't
look at
mean they're
this
not
dust.
in there.
Yeah.
Look at all that propolis.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do.
These
see
are
in there,
Africanized killer bees.
You see anything in there?
Nope.
Well, you're gonna see something now. Oh, here we go.
Whoa.
Now, another thing that we have to watch out for is looky-loos and anybody on bicycles or horses or anything else.
Wow.
So we're going to see, look at this. This whole thing is full.
There we go.
There we go. So they're
They
lighting
are
up
pissed
everywhere.
immediately.
Look at this. This is all propolis. See how they reduce the entrance to the holes?
Yeah.
So this is a good example of how once that attack pheromone is sent through the hive, see them pouring out of there, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can smell it. Can you smell it?
Yep, of course. Yep. Been smelling it for decades. Yep.
Oh, look at the honey.
Yep. Look at that. So this is,
Bin, Reed?
pardon?
You want a bin?
Yeah, a bin. Yeah, that's a good
Wow.
idea. Just in case we can get any honey out of it, we might as well.
You
So
want
look
a
at him.
closer look, Mike?
Oh, I can see it pretty good.
Okay.
Look at him.
You're fine there.
He could be
Okay.
sitting in the truck and see through the
Yeah.
windshield and say, "That's fine. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
All right,
good."
you just let me know if I'm in your way. or
Oh,
not.
no, you're good.
All right.
You're good.
So everybody
You
out in
smell it
Killer
on
Bee
mine.
Nation
I
land.
wish you could. It smells so good.
Now this is what. Yeah, here, put it smell-o-vision. There, everybody smell that?
Scratch and
It's scratch and
sniff.
sniff, which can be good and can be bad. Anyway, we won't go there. So this is a lesson for everybody out at home, that if you see bees coming and going, like this little hole, this was their front door right here. Now that doesn't mean they don't have other doors. Obviously, we're breaking into the back door right now. And we're going to take this wood with us because it's got all this propolis on it.
I can see honey in the comb right now.
Yeah, can everybody see that? We're going to be breaking this up some more. All right, now, when you see them coming and going from this hole right here, this their front door, that's the airport, not the city. That's the loading dock. That's all that is. You can't tell the size of Tucson from its airport. Now, of course, you can tell the size of Douglas from its
There
airport,
are
but that's the mood subject.
Thousands of them coming out right now.
Can I have you back up a little bit? Thank you. I just want to see if I can figure out any other. And of course, as Hosh knows after doing this for you, and Hosh got all licensed up, so he's all legal and whatnot. So congratulations on that. I just want to see if we can.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
You
look
know,
at-
they're
yeah.
really smacking on me.
You know, they're not nice. And now, Mike, if we didn't have bee suits on, we'd be dead, or on our way to being dead.
Yeah,
We would be in some serious shit.
they are. They're not happy.
Are there any bees coming out down there? Which, if they're not, I'd be totally surprised.
I don't see any coming out, but they're
Let me
trying
get
to
that
just
hammer,
go
please.
in. And thanks for clarifying that the sound is good. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, guys.
I'm in the heat of the moment down here, so I wasn't looking at all the comments. Thanks for your patience.
Yeah. There we go.
Wow, you
Look at
guys.
that. Oh, there we go. We got some honey. Look at this. We got honey. Now, this is really early in the season, and we usually don't get any honey this time of year because wherever they store the honey and pollen is their pantry. They are the ultimate survivalists. And so they have been eating on it all winter. All right? You have that hammer? Oh, I
This
have
is an
that.
Africanized
Somebody got
killer
the hammer, for
beehive,
God's sake.
guys, that are just joining, asking that question.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm just seeing if we can get some honey out of here, because like I said, it's so rare that we get honey out of a tree. Because one thing, everybody might be like, why don't we, saw it? Well, then there'd be sawdust all in the comb and whatnot.
Yeah,
so,
someone was just asking that.
Yeah, and so there would be sawdust, and I've done it a million times. You got to throw it away anyway. So if I can, oh, here we go.
There you go.
Here we go. I got a nice piece.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, come to mama or grandma or whoever.
Yeah.
So we got, okay, this is a really good example, everybody out there. This is nectar. This is a nectar. You see the shiny? See that, Mike?
Yeah.
Where it's shiny and they're not capped?
Uh-huh.
That is nectar. That's pre-honey. So via dehydration and mixing it with enzymes from their honey stomach, they turn it into honey.
Oh, wow.
Then the uncapped stuff here that looks kind of powdery,
Yeah.
that's pollen.
Oh,
All right?
wow.
So what we're
Gorgeous.
also going to see, there's nice pollen
Uh-huh.
and honey right here. Now, you see how dark this is compared to this?
Yeah.
That's the wax that's old. This is an old hive. And I got another section to show you here. It's really cool also. When they first make the beeswax out of their own bodies, it's white. Make sure nobody's walking around. No, looks good. Okay. When they first make the beeswax, it's white. Here's a really nice little example. See how white that is down here? Well, each one of these cells is a canning jar for bees, literally, that they will fill with honey or pollen or babies, nursery, which I'm going to show you next, and use it over and over and over again for one of those three things. So this next piece I'm going to pull out is brood comb. Now, brood is where they raise the baby, and it's basically useless to us because it's larvae, and that's protein, and we don't want it in our honey because it would rot the honey. This is a big piece, Coach. This is trying to get it out. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
You can see the larvae. See how
Yeah.
the white grubs?
Uh-huh.
Now this is interspersed with pollen, but these are all babies. It's springtime in the Rockies. Look at that. They're
look at that.
and look at there's one that's almost fully developed.
Can you put that in the sun a little for me?
Here, you
for a
want to hold
sec?
that, Hosh?
I want to get a good view for our
Or
viewers on
maybe
that.
even look around for a
Thank
for
you.
one being born. We can use sometimes we'll actually see bees being
You
born.
see that online, guys? That brood? Those
Wow.
white circles?
Can you guys see that? That's larvae. So I'm trying.
They're adorable.
Who's Daddy's little killer bee?
Actually,
Who's
it
Daddy?
grosses me out.
Who's Daddy's little killer bee? Okay. Now, of course, this could go who knows where, right, along in here. I doubt I'm going to be able to break this up very much because this log has too much integrity,
Yeah.
unlike a lot of people in Bisbee.
Oh! There's a lot of comb
damn
in here.
cruel, huh?
There's a lot in there. I see more brood in there.
Do we see any other holes up and down the line, Coach?
No, not really.
All right.
How you feeling over there in the suit with bees around you?
Good, good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Weirdo. No, anyway. Well, we love it when we can bring people along
Oh,
that
yeah.
understand the dangers and understand the excitement, because this is, honestly, it's the most dangerous job you can do now
Uh-huh.
in the world.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, of course, dealing with all of the ranchers and cowboys out here for 30 years, it is agreed in southern New Mexico and Arizona by all these guys that these are the most dangerous things that we live with,
Yeah.
And
besides each other.
Ramona, we will
Did you
be
need
sealing this up after we get the comb out. This is the second time this week we've gotten comb out of a tree, which is very rare.
Probably hit it with a hammer, it'll come off, but I doubt
Usually
it.
we can't get to it, so this is really
Seriously,
special
doubt
comb.
it. It's pretty, that's some pretty stiff
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, they coming out.
stout.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming out. This,
But this month,
well, give it a shot. Nope. Nope.
Is it fun to just smash that though?
yes. That's how he's. I'm just getting off on kicking the hive, so to
There you
speak.
kicking the hive. All right, now of course, these guys could be a hell of a lot more aggressive than they are.
And you can eat it. You can actually come to our
Anything.
store in Bisbee
Oh yeah.
or Tombstone and buy Reed's honeycomb.
Yeah, you can
Killer bee
order
honey.
it too online at killerbeeguy.com.
That's right. You can order it.
Killerbeeguy.com. You can order it online, and if you type in coupon code K
KBG.
BG1.
Get it? Killer Bee Guy,
KBG1. Killer Bee Guy. KBG1, you get 20% off your order.
Do it now. Do it in front of me.
And how do people get your honeycomb? Can they order that at all?
Well, yeah, no, not online. It's too rare.
Okay.
Here we have a good example of more pollen interspersed with brood. Look at all these babies. They are in high mode because it's springtime.
Yeah.
And then we have pollen here. So you want to reach in there, host, and see if you can get any more out. And I'm going to try to tell these guys how to get some of the honeycomb because it's so rare that we don't have it online. So you actually have to call our store in Bisbee at 520-432-8016. Watch YouTube again. You can see it. And during the 10-ish to 5-ish Bisbee time, Mountain Standard Time, and ask Betty if we have any comb. And that she'll let you know.
Yeah, and you can ask for the specific comb that we are doing the removal at right now.
Yeah, you can actually ask, if there's enough to box up and it looks nice, then it will be available. But it's really the rarest honey in the world because it is Africanized comb from this one job. Now, of course, there's not enough here that's propolis. That's wonderful.
Propolis?
Yeah, propolis. That's
beautiful.
Yeah. And if you smell it, actually smells like tree sap. Smell that.
Oh, that smells delicious.
Smell that?
It smells like it has cloves in it.
Yeah.
Did you smell that?
I've never smelled fresh propolis before.
Yep. I always get a kick out of saying to people, smell my finger.
The
it's propolis,
guys,
you guys. Behave yourselves
like,
out there. Anyway.
Maybe like pine tree and clove mixed together.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's juniper and pine because usually in February is when these evergreens around this area exude a certain sap type material that the bees collect.
Yeah.
And bring it back. They don't eat it. It turns into the glue that holds the hive together.
Oh, thank you guys. We love our job.
Yeah, it's the weirdest damn thing.
Someone said they'd be scared to death and that we're awesome.
Aww. We love you too.
Hosh is getting in there.
Get in there, Hosh. See, one of these times when he has his hand in there, I told him, expect him to go, I just haven't yanked in all the way, So this is nectar. I want to show everybody because there must be some wildflowers out.
Yeah.
Because when it's ready for consumption, they put caps on it, just like a lid on a jar.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not quite honey. It has too high a water content yet. And it would ferment left to its own devices. Darn, turn into wine.
Oh, interesting.
So there's got to be something in bloom around, and they are turning that nectar into honey. Now, in the fall, if we normally get 5 to 10 times per hive the honey because they've been making it all summer, and then all winter they're eating it. And so
there's
it's
a
their
little
pantry.
brood on the corner of that.
Oh, yeah, you're a little rude on the corner. Oh yeah, there we go. That was funny. I don't give a shit who you are. Look. So there's some brood on the brood on the corner. Yeah, so we're not getting like I was telling Mike earlier. We rarely get any honey at all out of a stump or a tree because it's too convoluted and it's too gnarly to get into. And now you've noticed how these bees have calmed down a lot, thank God. There will be situations like if you guys out there in Killer Bee Nation land go watch Portal from Hell, you'll see what it can turn into. We did bees up by the fire department in Portal.
Oh yeah.
We were up in Portal 4 or 5 days ago. Right by the fire department in the old hat building, actually. Talk about historical. And the bees were so incredibly nuclear, it's worth the watch.
Wow.
It really is. Now, that's the problem with these Africanized hives, though. You don't know. You can't trust them.
Yeah.
With European bees, we knew what they were going to do from one day to the next, 1 year, 1 decade, 1 century. We knew what they were going to do. We knew how they were going to behave. I got to look under here for more answers.
I'm going to come around the side. So this is a really good question, guys. What happens to the bees after we're done with this?
They go to bee hell. Okay, so what happens is, and this is a really good question because there comes a point at any war when doing this anyway, where one side is defeated. There is no truce. And with what we're doing, it has to be them. Okay, they are the ones that lose because I've always told everybody this is a job I can fail at once because then I'm dead. So
That's the best I can do.
okay, that's fine.
Not much.
That's fine. What we're going to do is fill that up.
I see that
We'll put a new
glove
van back in there as far as we can, and we'll put somebody slowing down. Oh yeah, you want to keep moving?
Go!
Go, get my It would be great if he would have screamed as he went by.
Well, you know, someone called that online earlier. They said someone's going to see caution tape and stop and be like, "What's going on over here?"
I know. At least I didn't get out and walk under and go, "What are you doing? Dirty. Oh, it's just killer bees. Come on over. Come on over.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what the hell was I talking about? Why we're so good looking?
Oh, what happens to the bees after we're done?
Oh yeah, the remnants. Okay, so well, yeah, for filler, I guess it'd be good. In fact, you know what? If we put a new van behind that, put that in front of it, then it's filler, and the new van can off-gas.
Okay.
And I'll explain all that, what we're doing as far as. Yeah. Now wait on the new van. After there's zero activity here, this log's going away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no new van then, because new van is a residual, and off-gas is for 4 months. That would be if this log was going to stay here.
Oh, okay.
So what we use is a immediate kill.
Okay.
And what we use is a pyrethrin. I'll get back to whatever the hell I was talking about before. We use a pyrethrin, which is a pesticide made from chrysanthemum flowers.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to treat that back in there,
And
Hosh.
you guys online, we have a bunch of Q&A videos and full-length videos on YouTube. If you have questions, you can go back and look at those videos. They're going to answer a lot of your questions.
Yeah,
If
we
we
will
can't get
answer.
them
We
down.
can, of course. I mean, the remnant bees, I do want to tell you guys, because I'm also telling Mike, you know, what's going on here. I mean, you know, he hired us to do it, so what the hell. So what Hosh is doing now is, and you want to back up, is the drift is coming out, so just give it a break for a second, Hosh.
Yeah.
And we'll let the drift come up. So, of course, read your labels, anybody's using this stuff. We don't use restricted use. We don't need to. In the state of Arizona, I'm licensed to use nuclear weapons, but I don't.
Yeah.
And so this is a pyrethrin, which is made from chrysanthemum flowers, and
Some
it kills
remnant
on
bees
contact. Look, there's another hole over there, or no?
Nope, remnant
Okay,
bees.
the remnants, okay. Then what we're going to do is basically fill that cavity up with expanding foam and steel wool, so that in the meantime, if it takes a month for this log to get out of here, a new hive will not move in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because wherever they've been, they leave pheromones or smells that will soak into the wood or concrete, like all that propolis and whatnot, that will attract new swarms into the future. So we normally guarantee it for 2 years in this spot, but this is a moot subject because they're going to drag the log out of here.
And when, like, would it be safe to cut the log up and?
You know, I just love this because people say, how will I know when it's okay? I said, oh, you'll know. There won't be any bees. Okay, the bees in the log are already dead.
Okay.
So that's a moot subject. You're going to have bees farting around for 2 reasons, for even up to a week. One is remnant bees. So, okay, we're back to that, everybody, remnant bees. So remnant bees are the bees left over from any war. Also, though, with a healthy hive like this one, you've got 2,000 to 5,000 bees out working in the field at any time during the day, especially in the spring. They come back. So bees left over are remnant bees. They're kind of like an amputated limb. You can live without your finger, but your finger can't live without you.
Oh, okay.
You can live with your arm, but your arm can't. Your arm can't just crawl away and make a new human, except in that weird horror story that was really fun.
Yeah.
That movie. So the remnant bees, they cannot go start a new hive. The queen is in there somewhere dead. And also, even if we don't get the kill of the queen, who cares? Your heart can't go start another human. The queen is the heart and soul of the matter. So same analogy. Now, if you just want to fill that up with expanding foam, Hosh, and away we go.
And that's a great comment too, by the way. Killer bees are still honeybees.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, they're the best. Well, as far as being a honeybee,
They're still a honeybee.
they're the worst for us and the best as far as they were bred to be a better honeybee. Oh, get the expanding foam. Everybody loves expanding foam.
Oh,
Okay, we have
a little
BSMR.
BSMR. Can't really hear this phone.
Okay, so for some reason on our videos, whether they're shorts or long vids, the videos with the expanding foam get the most views, not the killer bees. What is it? ASMR, BSMR.
Yeah.
We're putting the B back in BS. All right,
Oh,
so.
spray glue also. People like that.
Oh, the spray
spray glue,
adhesive?
yeah.
Oh, man, they love that shit. So, all right, the remnant bees, they're going to actually ball up somewhere on this log, like maybe the size of your fist, the ones that are left over, and they will die off over the coming days. They're like individual cells of an organism. Okay, the second reason you're going to have bees farting around is this is so weird, Mike, in a 3-mile radius. all the beehives know about each other.
Oh.
In case they can steal honey from each other, they're Vikings. They're total Vikings.
Oh, wow.
So you're going to have robbers.
Uh-huh.
So you got robbers and remnants. Okay, remnant bee is going to die off. It's a done deal. Robber bees, on the other hand, they don't belong to this hive. They belong somewhere else. Who knows where? They could be right across. Who knows where?
Yeah.
There's hives everywhere. Robber bees they know this hive is here, and the guard bee's main job is normally to keep. You know what, Hosh?
Yeah.
Can we fill up this big hole too, just as a
bet.
kind of a just in case?
You bet.
All right. So robber bees, the guard bees keep the robbers out because they don't want anybody to steal their honey. All right. Oh, look at him, super duper man.
Well, I just want to see what
Look
I'm
at that, Jesus.
looking at here.
Manly, yes, but I like it too.
Ready,
So robber
everybody?
bees are like bees on flowers. They don't care about us. They want to get the goods and go home.
Yeah.
But there ain't no good. So they will realize that there ain't nothing. And this is completely. See, if this was a
You're
cottonwood
Thank
welcome.
you, thank you.
tree, this would be hollow.
Oh,
Did that
okay.
sound like
Yeah.
spray foam?
Yeah, the sound studio here.
Yeah, special effects
Are we doing
studio.
DSMR?
Yes.
Like, oh my god, it's so foamy.
For crying out loud. Obviously, Mike, we have no fun at all.
That was good.
Thank you.
So I want to show everybody. I want to show everybody over here, Westford. If this was a cottonwood tree, looks like it might have been a juniper of some sort. This would be hollow. This trunk,
Oh,
and that would be very suspect.
wow.
All right, so it's not a cottonwood tree, and no bees, no nothing. So what I'm doing is basically, making sure that it's all done because you can't leave any stone unturned, as it were, with these killer bees.
Oh yeah, I see the remnant bees are balling up over there. I'm gonna go take a look at that.
All right. No, this is looking really good, Mike. This is really looking really good.
See all the remnant bees?
Really good. There's
Right
remnant
there.
bees.
And there.
So there's remnant bees here and up here.
Yeah, Shane, I did the sound effects. Thank you.
So remnant bees, and Westward up here we have remnant me. remnant,
Leftover read.
There's one
Remnant
leftover
reed.
reed
it's Remnant Reed Friday.
stuck behind a log,
It's like a happy hour weird.
sweating to death in
The
a
drink
bee
special.
suit.
Remnant Reed.
All right, what do you think?
I think that we're an amazingly good-looking bunch.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
I would agree with that.
Yeah. I think that's the final synopsis. What do you think, Westford? Were we pretty good looking?
Yeah, I think everything's going well. Everyone looks great.
No, I meant physically.
Yeah, everyone's physically doing sublime.
looking awesome. Yeah. Of course, we're in bee suits.
Sublime.
You've seen one. Seen one. You've seen them all. So robber bees are actually going to steal all this honey. It's dripped up here.
Yeah.
All that, clean up everything.
Yeah.
It's
This is pretty amazing.
oh my God.
Yeah.
They have pollen on their feet.
That's another interesting thing. If you look at bees coming back from the field to your hive. Now, if you look at this, Mike, right here, you see a lot of the bees crawling around have pollen on their hind legs, on their saddlebags.
Uh-huh.
All right. That means that they are from this hive. Not all of them do, but a lot of them do.
Uh-huh.
So when they left the hive, they went out to go shopping, and they got loaded up and came back full of nectar and pollen.
Uh-huh.
You can tell robber bees because the robber bees will be more scattered around. They don't know exactly where the door is, and also they will have zero pollen because they're coming to shop. They're bringing their empty bags with them.
Yes, these are Africanized
And
killer
so
bees.
that is another way to tell robbers from remnants.
So those little pouches, they're actually like little pockets.
They
back
are
in the
on their
bees.
hind leg. They're saddlebags.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
That
Because
is,
when they're
yeah.
out on the flowers, bees are very hairy actually, and when they're on the flowers, they get covered in pollen.
Uh-huh.
And before they fly back home, they will lick the pollen off of themselves, mix just a tiny amount of nectar into it, put it in their saddlebags, and fly home.
Wow.
That's just the weirdest
amazing.
damn thing. I know. These things are just, even after 30 years of doing this, I still just can't
Yeah.
believe it. It's too damn weird. So we don't even really need to do anything with these guys, Hosh. I mean,
No.
given
Given where we are, right?
Yeah, we could spray adhesive them to knock them down. See, the spray adhesive seizes their wings even in the air, so they can't fly, and they fall to the ground. The ants get them.
Mm-hmm.
So awesomeness, right?
Yeah.
So we're at the 95% level.
Yes, Reed is a knowledge gold mine. That is true.
I'm a what?
A knowledge gold mine.
Aww.
Another viewer said they learned a lot today.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm
Very
so
good.
glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I hope it's long as nobody, if I'm a gold mine, nobody got the shaft. What? Anyway, that's the pay-per-view channel, everyone. That was wrong. Oh, I did it. All right, well, this is looking really good.
Yeah.
We made it safe.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We made it safe for all the ghosts here at the hospital.
Yes.
Yep, so this building behind us actually was the hospital for Fort Newell for the original Buffalo Soldier camp here, you guys. Anybody got some questions for us, Westward?
Does anyone have any final questions before we log off for today?
We love having you guys. Thank you so much for coming along. We want to thank
Yeah.
Mike for calling us so
Thank
we can
you.
come down and mitigate this threat.
Yeah.
My new favorite thing to say.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mitigate this threat.
All right, I think I have one final question. As long
Yes.
as you answer this really quick online here. What do you call a bee that cannot move?
It cannot move. Oh, I don't. Wow. Okay, what?
Oh, you got to tell us.
A dead bee? What the fuck? I don't know.
They didn't say the answer yet.
Will there be a test? Oh, let's see.
I'm going to give it one more minute.
Let's
What's
see.
the answer?
Yeah, what's the answer? Jesus.
A
They're
dead
holding
one.
out because they don't want us to go.
A dead one.
A dead one. Okay. Well, people ask me, do you ever dissect a bee? And I said, yeah, I give them a bee topsy. Okay, I'm stretching the envelope. Then it's too. Yeah, never mind. That was stupid. It gets worse. You guys know that already. We love you guys. Where the hell did Hosh go? Let's go back and bother him.
All right.
Hosh, have you got everything from over here?
Let's say bye to Hosh. I'll go have him say goodbye and we'll call it.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Say goodbye to Mike.
Bye. Thanks.
Say goodbye to Reed. I don't care anymore.
No.
Anyway, love you guys. Go say goodbye to Hosh, and we're going to sign off. We'll see you guys maybe in 20 minutes, maybe tomorrow. We don't know. We get a call, we go. Right?
That's right.
Love you guys. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Thanks, Reed. I'll go find Hosh.
All right.
You want to say bye, Hosh?
Yeah, sure. Listen, if you got a big tree in your yard and it fell down and bees are flying in and out of it, call an exterminator. Don't bother with relocation. Don't mess around with any of that. Killer bees are in all the lower 48 states. They're deadly. This hive today, probably probably class 3, but you never know what they're going to do. And later this afternoon, it could have been a class 5. So don't judge a book by its cover. Just forget the honeybees altogether. They're all becoming Africanized. Get rid of them.
Thanks, Hosh. Bye, everyone. We love you. Thanks for joining. See you soon.